The new release of TPS Time and Billing, version 2.0, or TPS.net, is built on the latest Microsoft toolset, Visual Studio.net. We've added some great new features and have enhanced the look and feel of the program, so let's take a look at what's new. Throughout the program, you'll see a new format that provides a grid view in the main screen with a data entry view along the right margin. This reduces the amount of mouse clicks you need to navigate and also makes it easier for viewing the client properties. We've repeated this format through the time entry screen, the work code section, the employee properties, as well as the firm properties. In all the major areas of the program, we've added a Reload button. This lets you refresh the screen that you're in, allowing you to pick up any new data that other employees in the office may have just entered. Now, every firm that uses TPS is unique, and different bits of information are important to some and not so much to others. In the Client section, you may right-click and select Choose Columns. Here, you may customize your grid view to include information that's important to your firm. Many firms have been asking us for the ability to budget for specific projects on clients. So in the Engagements tab of the Client Properties, we've added a budgeting feature. Once an engagement has been assigned to a client, you may set a budgeted dollar amount, a start date, a projected end date, and you can also be alerted when a budget has reached a specified percentage of the budgeted amount. Let's take a look at what changes have been made in the time entry screen. Here you can see we've added a colored highlight on time entries with exceptions. For instance, entering a line of time entry against a client who's gone over their exposure limit, or one who is maybe on hold or inactive or a prospect, or entering chargeable time against a non-chargeable client, or entering non-chargeable time against a chargeable client. The colored highlight will draw attention to these entries that may be in error. The Journal column now also indicates T for unposted time entries, W for unbilled WIP, and now H for billed WIP, or WIP that's in history. The biggest thing you'll have to get used to is that you'll no longer be entering time in the grid view, but rather in the data entry along the right margin. You'll simply have to enter your client name, pick a work code, enter the number of hours, and enter your description. The reporting function in the time entry screen has also improved greatly. By clicking on the Report button, up comes a report of exactly what we see on screen. But what's new in this version of the program is not only will the report pick up what I've sorted or filtered on screen, but it also will pick up if I've hidden any columns. Notice on the report, the amount column is now hidden from view. Once the report is up on screen, you'll be able to export the report out to PDF or Excel or Word. Let's start closing this up, and we'll head over to the billing screen to see what's new there. Now, we've always allowed you in the screen to see how much was current billed, year-to-date billed, billed all of last year, and even billed what's a period ago. But what's new in TPS.net is that you may now double-click on these amounts and drill down to exactly the transactions that make up that dollar value. You can also customize this screen, much like the Client section, by right-clicking and choosing Choose Columns, and you can start adding or subtracting information as what's important to your firm. We also wanted to try to make the whole billing process a little easier for you. So if I go to the Billing Paragraph screen, I want to show you where we've added a new double-click feature. If I double-click on this line of WIP, it takes the work code description and adds it as a paragraph. That saves me having to select the work code description and click Add Paragraph, so a few less clicks of the mouse. This double-click feature also works in the Library of Paragraphs tab, as well as the Past Invoices tab. All of our reports have been updated to Crystal 13. You may notice that loading might take slightly longer on larger reports, as Crystal 13 now waits to display a report until all pages are loaded. But once the report is up, you'll notice getting to the last page is instantaneous. In previous versions of TPS, we used Crystal version 11, and that version of Crystal would bring the report up as it was compiling the report. Therefore, you may have been able to see the first few pages, but there would have been a delay getting to the last page until the report was finished running. This last new change in TPS.net that I want to show you is perhaps the best and will hopefully save you time and money. Not only can you email out your invoices, we also have the ability to email out AR statements as well as the mass mailing letters. And best of all, if you're using Office 2007 or newer, you'll be able to send them out as PDF attachments. We thank you for taking this short preview of TPS.net. We're excited about the new tools that this latest technology offers and look forward to continuing to provide our clients a product that helps you run your practice as efficiently as possible. If you have any questions, please call us at 1-888-877-2231 or email us at support@tpssoftware.com.